Like all of my kitchens, this is a response to place, space and the client's needs. And the brief was for a working kitchen for a retired family who lived near their daughter and grandkids, and they wanted to be able to bring their family in at any time as part of a kind of multi-generational living. So we're looking to try and support people through the aging process, but also at times it needs to stretch into being a big family kitchen. When we started to plan, we set the sink slightly higher than normal. We start off measuring the client's flexed elbow heights, so that when you're using it, you're often responding to the bottom of the sink, not the actual surface on either side. And then on either side we have a raised height dishwasher drawer, so you don't have to bend down to use the dishwashers. You can just simply load the dishwasher and not having to use your knees. We looked at particularly how central islands work. And what we decided to do was an island which had possibility of doing lots of different things at the same time over a long, narrow stretch. So it's a sort of island that's long and thin. If you look at the shape of this island, it's particularly unusual because of the way it's off-center, it's twisted, it's a bit contorted. And this is planned so that when you've got a person working, say for example, very near where my hands are, that another person can walk by. When we did our first design analysis, we discovered that in the center of the room, between the sink cabinet and the stove, was probably the best place to have this kind of command position or sweet spot. The cook can actually see what's going on in different parts of the room. If you've got toddlers playing maybe here, you can see what's happening. So a lot of what we're doing here is trying to find the kind of sweet spot in the room where that's possible. And then we started planning various activities from that point. And you'll see we sequenced the various different activities into relatively small areas. And what we particularly wanted here was to have a family maybe doing homework, on laptops, using their devices, but also being able to cook and prepare food. First of all, this table can rise and fall to different heights. So you can use it as a cafe table, you can use it as a drinks bar, you can use it as a servery, or you can just use it as a work surface. At the other end, there are two tables with fold-out stools below, but they provide a chance for someone to sit and cook or sit and use their laptop at the same time as the cook in the middle is able to actually use the hob. And that means that we're able to use the rest of the kitchen for more social purposes. The core feature that runs through the middle of the island is this backlit corridor, which looks very glamorous, but it actually has a purpose for people who suffer from eyesight problems. When you have, say, mild macular degeneration, which is very common if you're over 80, this should help define the work surface activity by providing light at the point of where you're working. And we'd also like to create a friendly lighting at night time so that you don't have to have the entire kitchen flooded with light, because in some ways keeping the light levels at night in fairly sort of warm tones means that you're likely to spend more time in the kitchen. So this gives a whole new dimension to lighting in the kitchen.